Arc Crystal Isles for the third time in 5 minutes because my streams started cutting out. I think people are coming home from work right now because my NOC. How's it going? Hope you're well. I can't believe this. I was streaming for 4.5 hours with not a problem, and in the last 10 minutes I'm having internet issues. You put your little brother's picture on what? I'm a little confused. Such a shame that this game doesn't have the dedicated servers yet on PS4. That's why I'm back doing solo play. Well, even when I was doing multiplayer, I was generally on my own anyway because my tribesmates just didn't want to turn up and do stuff. There we go. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Deepak. It's been a while and I feel I've come in halfway through a conversation. I think I've got enough points to... Actually, I don't know if I've unlocked the trike saddle. I should have done. I think I've got everything I need for the saddle. There we go, job done. I'll stick half of that back in there. This is going to have no stamina right now. See, barely got it over here and half its stamina's gone. But I don't need it for racing around. this. Give him more stamina. That should be enough for now. Let's see if I've got any other spoiled meat. Yep. I think I'm gonna need some more berries to use up all that spoiled meat. Yeah, none of that is really necessary right now. Don't think I've ever used a smoke grenade in this game. I've never needed one. Hello, I'm MildWestCowboy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. It's my first day on the Crystal Isles, and I've just tamed my first team. take that, those, and I'll just dump the rest. Okay. Okay, I can rearm myself now. None of the rocks have respawned. Is that a new thing? Is that trees and rocks, are they going to not respawn after you've harvested them? Well, it's flint I need, not stone. Yeah, still nothing really helpful to unlock right now. So I think the next stage of expansion, is actually collecting up as much keratin as I can, so that when the time's right, I can actually make a Pteranodon saddle. Because this area, although it's pretty safe, it's pretty barren as far as animals and resources. So I'm going to need a flyer to effectively search further afield. Actually, thinking about it, I can use the trike to carry metal now. I can get that going and then start keratin hunting. Hello, I'm MildWestCowboy, and welcome to the stream. Wow, that's as far as I got on with my stamina. Okay, let's just get him to follow me, it'll be a lot quicker. So wait a little while for the trike to catch up. Out on the go. Put the spark powder in there and get that going. Hello, hello, I'm MildWestCowboy. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day. This is the first day of the new Crystal Isles map on PlayStation 4. I've been streaming for about 5 hours and it's about as much as I've accomplished. I had a few false starts. The first one, the first place I spawned was about 20 yards, 30 yards from a Carno. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, none of that's helpful. Oh, actually, the sickle is. Not sure how much. Oh, got nothing there. Ooh, I didn't realise I'd unlocked a pike. Right, so off hunting. Want some as much keratin as I can get. Although, thinking about it, there was those Meganura, and chitin will work just as well. My character's stamina's nearly at a level I'm happy with. Health is getting there. There we go. I need to use this because I'll get more chitin. I've got to try and find them all. that was a decent haul. It would have taken me maybe 3. Well, stuff you, Parasol. I've got a truck instead. Actually, thinking about it, I haven't seen a Pteranodon for a while, a short while. It's the irony of art, isn't it? The Murphy's Law of art. When you're thinking about taming something or trying to find something, you can't. So I'm still going to need about another 150. Well, maybe another 80-ish keratin or chitin. Right, I'm gonna need to wait here and heal up. I took a lot of damage. My health's at 3/4 now, so a little bit longer. A bit more food and it should be good. I can see my health indicator a bit better. Right, I'm healed up enough to go off again. If I see a Pteranodon, I might just tame it and have it park up next to the smithy so that it gets XP that way, rather than, until I can actually saddle and fly it. Of course, if I could get myself a reasonable level 1 right now, it should be a pretty good level by the time I'm ready to saddle it and fly it. I don't know. Wish I had a spyglass. I think that was a 37 or something. Yeah? Oh, I've got no raw meat. I thought I saw dodo, and I didn't. That'll do. There's a bit of a delay between what the action and the sound effects. That's the second time I've noticed that when I've killed something, it's made the noise of dying, fallen over, and then a little while later, um, there's the sound of it actually hitting the ground. Starting as a 37, that's not too bad because that should gain maybe 17 levels if it stays out in like a 95% taming effectiveness range. But it might be a little higher if I think my rough arithmetic's slightly out, but we'll see when this Pteranodon takes its first bite. 18 levels. Not bad. Actually, what's this pre-taming stats look like? Oh, wait, yeah, 134, so that's going to need quite a few points into that to make it a proper flyer capable of carrying me. This isn't taming up very quickly. Okay, well, this seems a pretty safe place, and I need to go and get a fresh drink and use the facilities as well. So I think this would be handy time to just go AFK for a minute. I'll be back soon. Actually, my caller nature was a false alarm right now. So, yes, I've got my drink. I'm settling in, watch the sunset as my Pteranodon tames. Ah, it's a nice sunset then. I'm so glad that they make a noise when they're unconscious because unless they raise your head in vegetation this long, it's hard to see them when you've just moved away to maybe harvest some berries or fight off a oncoming problem. And then when you've finished, you it's hard to find them sometimes. So the noise does help, even though it is slightly irritating. See, I only went to get some water and I've lost my tame already. Oh, there we go. I did hear some dodos around here, but now I'm looking for them. I can't hear them. I must have spooked them off. They could read my mind that my Pteranodon was going to need more food very soon. So they scarpered. There we go. I don't have the resources to make another torch if that one dies. Oh, it's stone, not flint. I just want to make a backup torch just in case the one on the floor burns out. Although it's got quite a lot of life left in it. Ah, right. Now this time, we call the nature's wheel. I'll be back up in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Probably doesn't need any more than that. I mean, it's pretty drugged up. I mean, woo. In fairness, I tend to overdrug the teams. I probably don't need to use as much narcotics as I do, but I do it to be on the safe side. So let's just check its stats and how it's tamed. Yeah, well, 134. It's that weight's way too low. I need it to be 175 minimum. Stamina's pretty good though. I'll give it that. Health is about average. Melee's pretty good. Actually, how much meat did that have on it? 17. No, that's fine. I think you're right. I need more narcotics. Oh, what am I talking about? I've already got narcotics in the what's it? Mortar and pestle. It was spoiled meat I needed. But well, yeah. Doesn't matter that I've gathered a load more. Well, I say a load. 88 small. I'm going to put this one actually into melee. So I'm actually gathering more per swipe. Of course, it means it fills the trike up quicker. But That'll be better than the time takes, yeah, the longer gathering time. That's what so leave track there to protect the Pteranodon. He's already got a level. Good boy or good girl. So I think that went up 5 points, the weight carrying capacity. This box must stink. Okay, that's all good. I guess I'll just keep hunting for more, what's it called, keratin. I'm just going to stop that. Actually, oh, it's going to stop anyway because it's got no fuel left. So I don't need to worry about that. So once again, back to the turtle hunt. My character's got an odd run. It's like one of his legs is substantially longer than the other. I mean, I know everybody has one leg that's slightly longer than the other, but he's running like there's a good couple of inch difference. Well, my stamina's up where I want it now. Damn Pegamax. Little buggers. Trying to steal my meat, they were. Well, he did. He stole some of it. But that's why I always put some, or I always split up the stack. Oh, there's no Meganilla back here. I'm thinking I may have to build myself a raft. Because right now my safe travelling range is limited. That was a magic fire. I think I've actually got enough to make a raft right here in the smithy. Oh, how many wood am I short? One. One wood. I don't think there's any left in there. Nope. Right, what's this, level 35? Unlock. Simple bullet, I'll need that. Shotgun's not for another few. But that'll be fine. Actually, can I make a... I can. I'll save the metal because, what was I doing? Oh, the raft, yeah. I'm going to save the metal though because, I'm gonna be using a shotgun before I'm able to unlock trank darts. Wooden ramp. Might as well learn pillars as well. I'm gonna need those at some points. I always do. Right, I'm gonna need more wood. Okay, that's hopefully enough. I'll stop it with the Arnold Schwarzenegger noises. Cool. So that's enough to repair both bows should I need it. Ah, oh, forgot to turn that off. Okay, so let's try and open up the map a bit to see what we're dealing with. Oh, some turtles. We'll get the keratin. I know this is a bit of a waste of trank arrows, but it'll actually take less trank arrows to kill these than it will to use stone arrows, because they'll pass out and I can kill them when they're unconscious. That's one down. Okay, so just switch to the pick. Yeah, nothing really helpful there. I mean, if Of course, I'm going to tame an Anki when I see one, but none around right now. What am I short of? Fibre. Right, I just wanted to finish crafting those arrows before I move towards the raft because of that dilo. You know, it's like crafting when you stuck at crafting speed rather than full movement speed. Thinking about it, I could do with what's called campfire on my boats. Actually, I've got enough to make a campfire, I think. Do I have enough to make a bed? What do I need? What do I need? Fibre and wood, but not much wood, which is good. how much hide do I have? Ooh, I could actually make a refining forge, and then with the refining forge, of course, I can make a smithy if I find some metal. But yeah, it's having a refining forge and a smithy on your raft is, as well as a bed, is really helpful. The bed especially, just in case you die. I thought that was rushing me for a moment until it made its usual noise. I think it's 65 stone I need for mortar and pestle, but this, I could use one of those. Whether it's for spark powder or for narcotics. I'm gonna drop this salt. That's a lot of ichthyonis over there. If you're not careful, that'll whop you blind. this is where the action is. Well, some action at least. It's all pretty quiet around my base. When I get to another biome, or at least a change of scenery to what's around here, I'm going to pull in and make up another little camp, or at least start on a little camp and try and get a bed down. That way I can fast travel between camps rather than have to go across land while I'm still at such a low level. But right now, ooh, what's that? Moving. Yeah, but right now, until I get a flyer, I don't know how big this map is or anything like that, so I'm gonna do the fast travel thing to get around. Yeah, the scenery still looks too similar to where my first base is. I mean, what's the point in having two bases set up in the same sort of geographical area? I want a summer house and a winter house, and maybe a fall and a spring one, depending on how cool the map is. I might have to rest up at night actually because I won't be able to see the land properly. Not unless it's a really distinctive difference. So far, I mean, it looks okay, but still looks samey. Yeah, looks like the terrain around my camp, which, considering how far I've travelled, it should have changed by now. I would have expected it to. Yeah, something's trying to attack me, but I managed to get to the shallow water. hope there's a way through and this isn't a dead end. It's kind of a dead end. I'm going to fill up my water skins while I've got this free water delivered straight to you. Very helpful. My controller seems to be... Oh, there we go. I've been having issues with this controller. I don't know what's wrong with it. It just keeps phantomly trying to press its own buttons. I'm just going to wait up here till daylight, and while I do that, I'm just going to go quickly to the bathroom. I'm back in a minute. Right, I see. Daylight hasn't arrived yet. Is it anywhere close? Not really. Oh, I don't know if that was an alpha megalodon I just passed in on the right hand side. Yeah, if anybody actually knows how big this map's supposed to be, please leave a comment, because I'm surprised I've been travelling for as long as I have and not seen any landscape change. What's this coming up? Oh, it's a Toronto on an island. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't think I'll be able to find the sea routes back to my camp. Well, at least that loot drop is acting kind of like a lighthouse, so it don't run aground. Because without that illumination, that would have been really tricky to see. Even as it is, I'm not sure how close I am to the actual land. Oh, what is that? A giant. Oh, is it one of those Testathusis or what they're called? Like a giant squid. They certainly look like. I've heard of them in the game, but as a rule, keep out of the ocean because it's just a whole load of wet death down there. Every time I go down there, I get destroyed, so I tend to avoid it. So I've never actually seen a Testathusis or however it's pronounced, the squid. I've just seen pictures or saw pictures. Apologies for the poor grammar. Yeah, I saw some pictures of it. Wow, I can't believe how far it is to the next pillar, the next obelisk. That's insane. This map must be huge. Because in Ragnarok, that's a big map, but you can pretty much, if you get to high ground, you can see between the pillars. Oh, there's another one there. That's still pretty far off. See, I don't know what the nature of the map is. Is it mainly islands? Because that's kind of what it seems like right now. Archipelagos and islands. Yeah, I didn't say it, but I thought this might be a bit of a dead end. Uh, I thought, well, according to the blurb, this was a fan-made, a modded map that was so good that Wildcard just made it an official map after putting a bit of a bit of a polish on it. But if this was a fan-made map, I'd have expected more of a sort of terrain change than I've seen so far. I mean, any of the other maps, well, I say any of the others I've played, which is the Island Crust, Centre map didn't have much variety on it in terms of biomes, actually, or I didn't think it did. Scorched Earth had some variety, but Valguero and the other one of Valguero and Ragnarok had plenty of variety on it. mean, personally, if I was going to be making my own arc map, I would have passed through possibly 3 biomes by now. Actually, I'll just turn that off. Come on, Crystal Isles, I want you to blow my socks off, and so far, I'll admit it's a little underwhelming. Nice colours in the sunrise, though. It's a really nice sunrise. Pelagornis. So if I go left, is that going to lead to a dead end, which it looks like it possibly could? Should I just go round to the right? Yeah, I think I will, because that doesn't look any different to pretty much everything I've seen on the map so far. I got this wrong. They should be sailing into the sunset, not into the sunrise, but I just happen to be going in that direction at the moment. Actually, let's see how far I've come on the map. Not that far, by the looks of it. So this is a really big map. I'm all. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for big maps as long as there's enough content in the map to and enough variety to make it interesting. Because that's the problem that the very first Red Dead Redemption had for me. It was a great looking world for the time and the technology available. It knocked it out of the park as far as that was concerned. But it was just a lack of stuff to do outside the story, the main story missions, and the few things they did have just kind of rinse and repeat sort of stuff, you know, and that was disappointing. But the story was good. What I played of it, I never actually owned the original. I just loaned it off a friend for a couple of weeks, and well, yeah, about a week, couple of weeks, week and a half. And yeah, what I played of the story was good. The graphics are great for the time. It was a beautiful looking landscape, but it was just empty. It did feel like a desert environment. They've done a lot better with Red Dead Redemption 2. However, at least the online portion of it has significant issues of its own that have been pretty well documented. But that's a shame because that's another game. You know, it's another great open world, really textured, detailed, lots of content, but the content doesn't load properly, or you have connection issues. See, this looks like a well deserty environment, but still doesn't look that different from where it came from. See, that up ahead looks a bit different. Hopefully that's signifies a change of biome, or a significant change of biome. Where I was to desert isn't much of a change. Just one kind of sand for another kind of sand. Apologies, viewers, because I didn't realise when I started this journey that it'd be pretty dull. As to, lack of action or whatever. I'm just gonna. No, is that not cooling me down enough? Nope. I might die of heat stroke here. See if taking my armor off will make a. Well, my heat stroke's gone down a little bit. I was closer to death than I realised I was. They don't seem to be healing up. This is a concern, to put it mildly. Mildly West Cowboy-ly, even. I've still got a faint heartbeat thumping in my headphones. It's getting softer, but it's still there. There we go. Heartbeat's disappeared. In a good way. It doesn't mean I'm dead. Quite the opposite. these trees look really messed up, which is distinctly different to what I've seen so far, so I'm in favour. Uh, I'm not sure what biome it is. Possibly a lava biome, I don't know. But those trees are weird. Weird can be good. This is a new kind of weird though, so I'm not sure whether it's good or not until I experience it, as happens in life, you know. Something new, you don't know whether it's good or bad until you experience it. See, I kind of have to move camp because to progress in the game, I'm going to need uh, different stuff. I mean, there's no crystal around me. God knows where I'd find obsidian, anything like that, polymer. So yeah, I did need to move, and just the barrenness of where I was in terms of there's very few animals around. Um, that kind of forced my hand to go earlier than planned. I was hoping to mellow my way into the game and settle in a camp and set that up so it's had a fabricator and all that, but there just isn't resources around there. Oh, not that I could see. So yes, this is kind of ad hoc responding to the situation rather than trying to stick to a plan. If you if you try and stick to a plan in Ark will just laugh at you and then send a giga into your camp. See, I don't know whether to stop and build a camp here, investigate it now, or just carry on to the next obelisk as close as I can get to the next obelisk and set up a camp there. It does depend on how interesting this looks when I get closer. I mean, if it's surrounded by T-Rexes, Gigas, and Allosaurs, then I might give this a miss for the time being. Just a little prudence there. On a side note, I do feel sorry for people who are named after qualities like prudence and faith, because they kind of their name gives them something to kind of live up to. Is that Sarko? I think so. Or Kapasakis, one of the two. I saw a couple of those when I first started my camp up, but they've disappeared. Beelzebufo. So this is getting into a swamp biome by the looks of the creatures around. Well, apart from the stego. I was stuck on the frog then. And this is a dead end. Well, they have tech creatures here then. I wasn't sure. Oh, baryonyx. It's a pretty cool looking area. Problem is, it's the swamp. But yeah, it's a cool looking area, and theoretically pretty easy to find when flying. Just head down the coast until you see the gnarly looking trees and you're there. This might be a place I actually come back and do build something here, because it does look pretty cool. Carmen. I wonder if I can put my clothes back on now. Let's do an arc science experiment. Nope. Too hot. As this is my very first day on the map, I have no idea where the silk would be to make desert armor. Thing is, if your fortitude's high enough, desert armor doesn't really make a difference. You can wear full flak armor in the desert and not have heat issues, unless you're on scorched earth and it's a heat event. But yeah, at least on Ragnarok in the desert, my fortitude was so high because in Ragnarok you got to deal with the cold, the extreme cold, where you can freeze to death standing between two campfires wearing fur armor. So yeah, I really pumped my fortitude up on Ragnarok, and because of that, it helps me cope with the heat in the deserts. So I mean, yes, there's a health benefit in wearing a desert armor because you don't overheat. That's if you don't have a high fortitude. But the downside is the armor's pretty weak. You know, it's a armor from the heat. It's not an armor from raptors or scorpions or anything like that. Right, I'm just gonna pause this raft right here. As captain of the raft, it's my privilege to do so. And I'm gonna quickly finish rolling a cigarette that I've had on my lap for ages because I've had both hands on. There's only I can go halfway or three-quarters of the way with one hand, but to actually complete it, I need to. Don't smoke at home, kids. It's not good for your health, and you know, if you can avoid smoking when you're young, then it saves a heck of a lot of money when you're older. When you get addicted to it. It looks like some ruins over there. If it wasn't so hot around here, I might build a base, but my fortitude or tolerance for heat is really bad at the moment. That looks like ruins over there. I'll just find a cooler place. Not cooler as in, hey, that's cool and groovy and funky and whatever euphemism you like to use for it. I'm just going to find a climate that I'm not going to overheat if I put any kind of armor on. And that's where I'm going to build the next camp, because that should be another biome the way things are going. Actually, how much of the bottom of the map have I uncovered? Oh, should be getting to a corner soon. I think I started around 60-20, but there's so many little islands and whatever out between where I am and where my camp is. I'm only gonna find that from by air or from fast traveling. Tapiara. That's going to be a goal for this playthrough. I've got to tame another Tapiara. I've only ever tamed one. I've tried a couple of times and had bug repellents and ghillie suits, and I still messed it up. This is weird because it looks like a swamp biome. The animals are all there for the swamp biome, but it doesn't look particularly swampy. It looks more like the islands that pirates bury their treasures on. And they want alligators and snakes around and stuff like that to protect the treasure. You know, with pirates, it's all about the booty. Ooh, excuse me. That was my beer-flavoured carbonated beverage. Couple of therizinosaurs. They don't usually hang around in warmer biomes, but this is a new map, so who knows what craziness is going on. Oh, that might not have been ruins that I saw earlier. It's probably just giant mushrooms. Because the tips of those mushrooms over there, I saw them earlier and thought it was broken pillars. You know, like so they'd made an aqueduct and the bits between the pillars had fallen down, collapsed. I thought that's what I was looking at, but no, it's mushrooms. Wow, this map creator really like the swamp biome, or really like the animals from the swamp, and they've added extra mushrooms. Is that floating in midair, that rock? Certainly looks like it. Hopefully, if I get closer, it'll render in properly and not look like an anti-gravity lump of granite. I don't think I've ever seen as many baryonyx on any Ark map as I have in this journey. I mean, I know that there's just two there, but I think I've seen about five on my journey, and baryonyx. I've always found them a pretty rare animal to find. They're really handy, and that's why they're quite rare. Haven't seen many pteranodons. Thinking about it, since I left camp, there was a few a short distance away, but since then I've not really noticed any. Although quite a lot of the journey was in the darkness. Um, yeah, it's kind of weird, and haven't seen an RG yet, which is, considering the distance I've travelled, that's also kind of weird. There's two more baryonyx. Maybe the maker of this map really liked baryonyx, and that's why such a large part of it is swamp themed. I say swamp themed because it doesn't look really like swamp. I mean, if you look at any of the other um, original maps, the swamp looks more swampy than this does. Sorry, I'm aware I'm sounding really critical, but that's because at the moment I'm a kind of underwhelmed. I mean, it looks, from what I've seen, it looks good, but yeah, I'm gonna reserve judgment until full judgment until I've seen more all of the map, not just this bottom section. Is it? Am I still on the bottom section, or did I turn the corner? I've turned the corner, but it's still looking pretty similar, apart from that anti-gravity rock. Now, is there a gap on the left-hand side, or am I going to have to go around that anti-gravity rock? That looks more swampy. Immediately, the trees. I just thought this is probably a bad idea going straight across, because I'll be over the deeper water, and I'm not sure. Is it the Basilosaurus? Those whale things. I don't want to get attacked by those, because I'll be too far from land to swim for it, and I'll stand no chance fighting it. There's another anti-gravity rock. Is that a game glitch, or is it supposed to be like that and it hasn't rendered in properly? I really don't know. I mean, that on top of that one there in front of me, that would be a pretty cool place to have a base if you have a flyer, because it'd be easy to find. Just follow the coast till you see the anti-gravity rock. But yeah, it does look a bit odd. I know when you're playing, especially Ark with where you've got dinosaurs and tech creatures walking around, you have to suspend disbelief. But hunking great chunks of granite that are floating in the air kind of rubs me up the wrong way. I can't suspend my disbelief that far. But it's certainly a weird looking area. Hello, hello, I'm MildWestCowboy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. I'm just kind of riffing on going off on a monologue about anti-gravity rocks, and I'm not sure if it was supposed to have been volcanic activity or erosion or something that created those cliffs to the left, but they look kind of weird. Right, let's just quickly check the map. See, I've come halfway around the map, and the landscape until now hasn't really changed. Maybe that desert area was just a really thin sort of wedge, part of the wedge of a broader area, but it seemed to go from beachy areas where my camp was to a little bit of desert, and then onto fake. Whoa, that makes more sense. But I wish it had rendered in earlier, because it looked weird. But yeah, the fake, or the, what's it called, biome, swamp. It didn't look like swamp biomes from the other maps. Yeah, I'm just going to get close to shore here, where I'm not at risk of being attacked by whales. And then I'm going to quickly grab another drink. Okay, this should be safe enough. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about that, I'm back. And on the way again. Wow, that's a bit of a sudden transition to the ice biome, or snow biome. And I haven't got the clothes for that either. So, I think by default, that means I'm going to have to build over here. What's that red thing there? Just crystals. Right. This crystal's useful. I don't want to waste it, so I'm going to build a storage box. Right, so what do I need for a smithy? Because that'll be storage as well as something helpful to have on the raft. I've got the hide. I need metal, 50 stone, and 30 wood. Wood's not a problem. I need this crystal. There's quite a lot around here. That's harvestable stone. Ooh. Aha. That's what I haven't seen since the start of the map. Might as well grab as much as I can while I'm here. Right, I've got to keep the stone because I need that to make the smithy. Wow, that's I got more metal out of that than I thought I would do. That's pretty cool actually, because I think, well, that I should have enough to make a smithy right now. Well, once I got 5 ingots smelted. Nearly there. Well, I'll admit it's a little close to this smithy, but that doesn't really matter. Well, actually, I'll take that back out because I'm sure I can use it as spark powder. Actually, wrong button. Now I've got crystal, I can make a spyglass. If we can find, there we go. And water jars as well, I think. Where are they? There we go. Oh, cementing paste as well. Don't have any right now. I thought I'd learned that earlier. Actually, drop a stone. Although I'm only going to get. I can see with a spyglass at long range. I've got to say, this is without doubt the easiest start to a map I've ever had on Ark. I haven't been. Well, I've only died twice, which, considering I've been playing for about 7.5 hours now, on other maps I would have died 2 or 3 times, maybe more, depending on the map. This is kind of spooky, almost. Now I'm keeping. I could dump the weight of the stone and the flint, but I want to keep that because I can make that into spark powder and, if necessary, gunpowder as well. Actually, yeah, I can't remember if I unlocked that or not. Well, I've unlocked it. I don't know if I've learned it. I think I did automatically when I learned how to make the simple bullets and the advanced rifle bullets. Or the rifle bullets. Wow, I thought I would have had more metal than 31 out of that trip. Actually, where am I going? The last map I played on Ark was Ragnarok, and I'm feeling a little. Well, I feel like people who play Ragnarok on a solo server and don't have other players walling it off, they get it so lucky because there's so much metal on the Ragnarok map. It's unreal compared with other maps, especially this one. There's little point building around here because most of the ground I can access is underneath stuff. So trying, and it's water based, so trying to get any creatures there with valuable resource, a loaded trike or stego or something loaded with metal or crystal or whatever. Trying to get them to the base is going to be a nightmare. I think I've come in a bit of a circle. I've got disorientated by all the pillars and that. I haven't got cold yet. If I can find a spot of land on the warm side before I'm snowflaked, I'm going to build a camp there, even if it's just a small fly camp. Get a half decent building down, stone wall so it's safe, fire, bed, that kind of thing. Actually think about, yeah, all that time I was going along, I knew I had a level up, and then when I tried to open up my inventory, it still surprised me. What I was going to say is that metal's probably smelted down by now, so I'm just going to go into Transon saddle. Finally, something kind of useful. But yeah, I'm just going to put the fire out. of those. And that, boys and girls, is why we have a smithy and a refining forge on your raft. So you can do that without having to go all the way back to base and replace your broken equipment. I do like the blossom, the flowers, leaves floating on the surface of the water. Oh, like this area actually is. It sounds odd, but it reminds me of Japan. Some of the trees, the Acer trees in Japan, they take on amazing colours that you wouldn't believe are real. But yeah, they genuinely take on those colours, and this does look really nice. I'm not usually a sucker for pretty, but yeah, that's a distinctly different look to anything I've seen on any Ark map I've played. And then it goes into a kind of mundane. Where am I on the map? Oh, that's weird. I thought from the 50-80 mark, the map would go straight up to 2080, but no, it's taking a dog leg. Wow, it seems I'm getting warm again. It's kind of weird. I'm warmer as snow. Just that doesn't sound right to me at all. And now we're in snowy, where it's chilly right now. This'll do. There's resources. It's identifiable because it's between the cool-looking Japanese area and this area. How much fibre and fudge do I have? Not enough of either. Ooh! I wasn't expecting that, and I'm stunned. I'm dead. Okay, so I got some excitement and action then. My third death in 8 hours. Those sneaky Pelovia lying in ambush for me. Do I have enough hide in there? Ooh, I don't know if I've got enough. Oh, I'm gonna need fibre as well, aren't I? Ah, there's no resources around here at all. Well, I mean, there's stone and wood, but it's fibre I need as fast as possible, so I don't freeze to death. Oh, running. I've heard the attack music. I'm going. I'm not sure what's trying to attack me, but it's too close to me, whatever it is. Oh, those horrible pigs. Oh, direwolves. I thought that it was the Daedons. So I've come to the part of the map where there's more excitement. Obviously, first I get killed by Pelovia, and then 2 minutes later killed by direwolves. A pack of them. So yeah, that camp bed's going. The raft bed's going to be on a cooldown. So I'm just going to fast travel here for the time being, and there's not really much I can do right now. Not until that raft bed is available again. I'll just get out of here and dump this useless stuff. Let's see how my Pteranodon and Trike are doing. Did he have any food in him? Oh yeah, plenty. So yeah, I think while I wait for the cooldown on my raft raft bed, I think this would be a suitable place to round up the episode or the stream. And so all that's left for me to say is I am a MildWestCowboy. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Hang on, let me just give you a visual of my masculinity. And I'm MildWestCowboy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy trails.